sleepy? This is the first time I'm doing this with no energy enhancers.
No, you're good. You're good.
Sounds like he had a rhino pill.
So, welcome to another episode of Money Talks. I'm your host, Tashawn Williams. You know, this is a great opportunity. We're about to introduce you to one of my favorite people in the business. This is Roz, the Unc, Charles. Go ahead and say what's up to the people.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
So, overall, Money Talks, Roz, the biggest thing we want to talk about is all about real conversations, real people, and real success, okay? Now, Roz was on our top 5 in payroll last week, so that means he got to the bag last week, right? So, overall, I kind of want to get to know your story a little bit. I know we kind of go back a way as far as back, but overall, this chapter in your career is a little bit different, right? Mm-hmm. So, overall, kind of talk to me, what was your career before you kind of came into the B2B side of things, you know? Mm-hmm. Take me back to that standpoint. What were you doing?
Yes, sir. So, my biggest thing at that time was going to be real estate investing. So I bought rental properties over the last 5 years. I currently have 3, trying to build my portfolio bigger.
Okay.
And then I do fix and flips here and there as well. Yes, sir.
Flips. You know what that sounds like.
Money.
So overall, you were doing real estate investing, right? You're still involved with it as well. So you're being able to kind of balance both for the most part. So that's really cool because a lot of times when you hear people kind of going from like the entrepreneur lifestyle and they come into a career or whatever, it's like they feel like they got to put everything on hold.
Yes, sir.
Right? But I think Ricky said something to me like a long time ago about using the business as like a stepping stool to get to other stuff. So it was really cool hearing you talk about that. And there's a book out there called, I think, sheesh, don't quote me on this, but I think that's the name of the book. I think it's like 9 to 5 Millionaire.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Okay.
And it's about a guy that was working a career and essentially how he built his real estate empire while still working for the police department. So,
yes, sir.
You know, we're not quite the police department.
Yeah.
But, you know, building the empire still while still kind of working. That's really cool. So overall, you were doing that. What made you kind of want to come back into the business? You know, what was it for you?
Yeah, so it was a lot of internal conversations, right? I think everybody has purpose in their life to do something. I just didn't feel like I was necessarily reaching that purpose. You know, in real estate, right? It's very self-driven, which is one of the things I love about it. You don't really need a big team to really build wealth over time because it is a long-term game. But you know, when I was looking at my day-to-day, I wasn't really impacting people. I wasn't really helping other people get better. There was no phone calls, no relationships being built, and I think that that's my lot in life.
Yeah, no, that's right on the head. Because I think for me, when I went corporate side of things and kind of doing all the sexy side of sales or whatever case it be, that was a piece.
Yes, sir.
That piece right there is like the culture wasn't there overall, and I think sometimes we think, oh, I don't need people.
Yeah.
Right? I don't need people to be successful. I don't got to deal with all this to kind of be successful. But it's like you said, it's purpose sometimes. The relationships, the impacting, the moments and the memories and stuff like that are still a very big part of what's kind of us when you feel like it. So, no, I'm glad you hit on that. So, overall, you're back with us right now, right? What do you feel like has been kind of like that biggest adjustment, kind of going from like maybe like more so of a real estate side of things to going into more so of a business-to-business realm?
Yes, sir. So going to business, first and foremost, I'm used to working 4 or 5 hours a day. Yeah. So actually, getting back into work has been an adjustment. But it's been a beautiful adjustment because I feel purpose in what I'm doing. Yeah. So I think that's a big thing. So it's kind of like how we used to say a posi negative, right? It's negative because, at the end of the day, yes, I do have to wake up early, right? And try to be the first one here in the office. I do have to, stay later, right? To make sure I get that extra time and that development. But the positive of it is that I get that extra time in that development. The positive of it is, like I said earlier, is that I get to impact people in a positive way, teach them skill sets that really help improve their quality of life. So it's a beautiful thing, right? For me, and I'm enjoying every second of it.
That's good. So it kind of goes back to the relationships is still the thing for you overall. Okay, man. I like that. I like this. Okay, so overall, the future, right? So you still got the real estate going on, right? You're killing it in the business right now. You got a team that's building up. You got some pretty solid
Number
people.
one right now in the office, by the way.
Y'all done messed up letting Ross say he was number one. Oh, God dang it, man. So, number one team in the office right now, right? So, that's really good. You guys have been killing it this week overall, right? Mm-hmm. My man Justin, Darius, right? Still got more people in the pipeline. Shout out Cortland just starting yesterday, right?
Cortland going to be a dog.
He's going to be a dog for sure. Watch out, Cortland. Matter of fact, the whole S2P team might be on Money Talks here pretty soon. We might just have to do a whole group talk. But you guys are killing it right now. So overall, what is the goals for you? You know, what exactly are you looking forward to, or looking towards in the future, in our business right now?
Yes, sir. So it's just constant development. You know, one of the things I'm starting to really realize this time in business is going to be networking is very, very important. And, you know, that's going to be my biggest thing, right, is not only focusing on am I networking, am I growing, am I getting better, am I asking questions, but also making sure that that's the same goal for every single last one of my guys, right, because I think that's where leadership development comes from is those conversations. And, you know, I can't have all of them. So, you know, number one would be, you know, networking is our biggest thing. Number two is just going to be, you know, I have a mind frame to constantly develop leaders. So it's just, you know, making sure that I'm developing leaders, right? You know, Justin just recently got here promoting leadership. Cortland is an amazing guy, right? I hope to develop him into a leader as well. And it's just making sure that we have that structure and that system, right, to duplicate that, not only just through me, right, but through Justin, Darius, Cortland, and everybody else that comes a part of the team. So that's really our biggest goal, right, is just the networking, making sure that we have that development, right, going on for the guys, and so they can continuously grow, and then making sure that we have the systems in place that when they get in their positions that we can really blow up.
No, I love it. I love it. Now, you hit something on there that was pretty – I'm going off script right now because we were supposed to be done. But you hit on something just now as far as in the development piece. I think what I hear a lot, you know, doing interviews and things like that, people always say, I want to grow, right? But I think a lot of people forget there's two different sides to growth. You have that career advancement piece of it, which it sounds good, the titles, the money, and all stuff like that. But people kind of forget, okay, what is the work that has to be put in to actually get to that, which is now the development growth. You know,
Yes, sir.
So my question for you is this: whether it's in our business or whether it's somebody that may be watching this and they're just kind of just a fan. Hopefully, at some point, you know, we're the biggest podcast of all time. Who knows?
Yes, sir.
Right? And I'm interviewing like Jeff Bezos. So who knows?
Let's go.
Who knows? Let's shoot for the freaking moon. But overall, though, you know, what is your biggest piece of advice for someone that's kind of young in their career, right, or young in entrepreneurship, wherever it may be, and they're just looking to get started with their actual, like, the shadow work, the development overall? What is a piece of advice you can give them?
Yes, sir. Be systematic. Be systematic, right? There's nothing that you can build in life, right, without that system, right? I think that's the key to everything, right? So for me, I have a simple mind. It's like a squirrel brain, so I have to have a structure and a system in front of me to kind of, if you will, run the play, right? So I think that anybody that's looking to build something massive or something small, you have to have a system in place to really work, right? You know, a funny thing about entrepreneurship is that, you know, a lot of people work harder for an employer than they do themselves.
Yeah.
And the reason why they work harder for the employer is because that employer has a set structure for them. They know when to come into work. They know when to take lunch. They know when to take bathroom breaks. They know when, you know, things need to be done. But when you become an entrepreneur, it's all on you. And that's why a lot of people fail in entrepreneurship, because they don't have that system set in place. They don't have a set time to start. They don't have a set time to end. They don't set vacation days, right? All of those things are very important, right? If you're talking about, you know, building a software development company or building a massive sales team, right? Those systems that you have in front of yourself is really what's going to set you apart from everybody else.
Freaking fire. No, it's true. That foundation is a very big thing. It's kind of like a thing I used to say for a lot of athletes. When they're done with sports, they kind of go through like that little depression phase, because it's exactly what you said. That structure that was there, when to wake up, when to go work out, when to go to practice, when to go study hall, when to go do this. When you were told what to do all your life, and now you get removed from that environment, and now it's like, wait, oh, I gotta kind of think for myself. Okay, what's going on, right? So no, I think it's a very big thing, and you saying that kind of like dung on my head. Like, no, it's a really big thing. Even people that are just regular professionals
That's
on a
true.
daily basis. So no, I hit on the head. So you heard that people. Roz's biggest advice when you're looking at it, you're looking to start that journey. The structure matters, right? And even if I take it a step further, it's not just the structure when you're looking at entrepreneurship, but when do you make time for reading? Right? When do you make time for reflection? When do you make time for the fitness, right? The saying is the same. We all have the same 24 hours, but at the same time, it's about what you do with those 24 hours that definitely matter the most for sure. So this has definitely been a great episode. Roz, thank you, my man.
Thank you, brother.
Right, joining us.
No
problem at all. This probably won't be the last time we talk, definitely for sure. But we're going to keep tradition going, okay? So before you walk away, it's tradition for every guest that comes on Money Talks. Yeah, get him. I'm sorry. But in general, though, there's a tradition on Money Talks every time we come on here. You got to take these Blueface hundreds.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? And you're going to walk up to that camera right there. And you're going to show the world your best money. I got you. We don't got the music. I'm going to do it. No music. No music. Oh, you need some space? You need some space? I got you. Go ahead. Go crazy. Go crazy.
Hold on. Gotta get
You losing that. Oh, you grabbed it. Come on, man.
I got it.
Your knees don't work like that.
I'm off, man. They call me on for a reason, man.